for that. I got a phone call, and it's from one of the children. And if I get a phone call from the kids, then, you know, if I get a call from the kids, everything stopped for them. So, let me put you on this side of things here. I figured out the orientation. You got to do it before you go live. All right. Back to the front. You will do what I say. When I say, yeah. You know, I was on TikTok. I don't know if I have a link to my TikTok down below. It's just Million Macabre. Not hard to find, I don't think, anyway. And, you know, I haven't worked on this fucking thing for so long, forever, you know? And, I'm looking at it. It's usually right here behind me. Again, here's the droid, which I just haven't been motivated. To work on it. It's mainly the drive assembly. I don't know how to aesthetically do it. I know how to build the frame. I can do that all day long. But I just don't know how to do like my brain can't settle on an aesthetic for the fucking thing, right? But this helmet's been on top of it this whole time, just staring at me with like blobs of shit all over it and just ugly, not literal shit, but. And it's one of those projects that, like, I want it to be done. I want to finish it. But it seems to be that every time I go to work on it, it's one of those times where I don't have what I need to work on it, and or the means, you know, or whatever. So what I end up doing is experimenting, saying, okay, well, how do I make this happen? Because that's how I got into this shit to begin with. There were toys that I just didn't have that I wanted, so I just made an approximation, you know, and so sometimes you just don't have the shit that you need, so you experiment, right? And I only paid a few bucks, and this is a Hasbro toy that I reworked the visor to make it a little smaller and a little more realistic, and a couple of little pieces I 3D printed for it, and I got to thinking, just sanding on it today, just to get it sanded up and looking, you know, maybe to motivate me, that maybe this is just one of those pieces where that's what it's meant to be, an experimentable piece, you know, something to, okay, so how do I do this? Try something, and it either works or it fails. And with that knowledge, I can move forward to things that would be more important, like say something I'm trying to market for an income, you know? Like we're going to be, I'm still working towards a small business making, you know, custom hides for reptiles. I'm gathering all the, you know, the inventory and all this stuff now, and creating the pieces, and I just need a little bit of more supplies as far as like molding supplies and or casting supplies, and that'll come soon. That'll come soon enough. But I'm taking my time with it and hopefully doing it right. But what I learned on this thing, though, I have no doubt that one day it will look how my brain wants it to. Right now, it's meant to be in my life to teach me what can and can't work on maybe more important projects. So every now and again I pull it out and I work on it a little bit. I got a few other things here. I can work on too. But it's not really about you watching me work on something. It's about hanging out. Don't mind, it's fucking hot out here. I've been sweating my balls off. Drinking coffee. I will say I took Alucard. I have a ball python, if you don't know who Alucard is. I took him to the park today. The park's right on my backyard. We went to the park with him today and let him just roam free. I let him be a snake for a few hours. Well, it was like an hour. I did it early enough to where there's no kids. Usually there'll be some kind of like a summer program that'll bring a bunch of kids to the park. And it's nice sitting out here. And you're on a toolbox that every time I come out here, I open it. and it blocks a view of me. What I need to do is get one of those lattice things and just put it right here. One of those, 4x6 lattices, and just put it right here, because I don't want, there's rocks right there that kids climb on. I don't want to think I'm like a creepy guy here, snapping my bean watching the kids play in the park. Absolutely not. So I give them their privacy to play and without having to worry about who's that creepy fucking ugly prick over there. But it is nice hearing them while I'm out here, reminiscing back to when our kids were real small. Pretty cool. It's a nice little setup here. Nice little second floor back porch. My 2 doors down, those neighbors, they have the same exact layout. And it's funny, the houses are like this, and there's one in between us. So like our porches can see each other. And I got the werewolf over here. I got this fucking bad Larry. And they have a skeleton. It is pretty cool. I didn't bring my eyeballs. Oh, no, don't go away, chat. Here we go. McDonald's Big Mac hat from the 70s. I received a better updated version from McDonald's Smile Maker online. An employee in the public has a better quality than the 70s original hats. Right on, man. Alan, thanks for coming in today, man. Thanks for coming in. I'm looking for my phone to text the girls, can you get me my fucking glasses? I could barely see that. I'm so sorry. I remember the Big Mac hats, man. It was basically like it wasn't paper, right? But it was like, I guess it was more of a fibrous plastic. Kind of like paper-like, but didn't have like the little fibers in it. Like some shipping bags do. Pretty sure it's like that. You know what? Why don't I do this? Just kidding. I am on the end of a 5-way intersection, so you're gonna hear automobiles. I need to get a can of Bondo for this thing. Oh, you know what I meant to bring out? I meant to bring out some painter's tape. Painter's tape, a pencil, because I have to reshape this part of the visor. It's a little too high compared to this side, so I want to make a straight line and touch it with the Dremel, and then I'll just take a ruler and put some sandpaper on it, and I'll blend it. Fuck. All right, I gotta go get those. Be right back. And paint the phone down. All right. I'm back in the saddle again. And I got my glasses, so. I got my glasses. All right, first things first. Hope everyone's enjoying their afternoon. All right, let me get a razor over here. No, it's right here. That's dangerous. That's dangerous, man. Let's see if there's any other comments. Nope. Just a retracted one. I'll show you what I'm doing here in a second. Doesn't matter. All right, get rid of this. So we got the tape line here, and what I'm going to do is, there's one spot here that's perfectly straight, and I use this ruler because it's got a curve to it, so fuck, it's not going to work. It's not going to work without another set of hands. Damn it. So, get my pencil, let me square it off. Does anybody else use to do their pencils? Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let me see if we can make it so that you can kind of see something I'm doing. Alright. Make sure this is nice and straight. Shut your fucking mouth. There we go. So in theory, this line will square it up with that line, or even it up, I should say. The 70s Big Mac was made of pine soft. Oh my goodness. Oh, come back. Come back. Overprint soft fabric. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, the foam fabric. Yeah, I remember that stuff. I remember that stuff. I gotta remember to bring that back in the house. Well, I wanted to make sure that these would line up without being crazy weird. Interesting. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna make another mark. Alright, put my pencil back. This is scary. Scary. Get my Dremel. Yeah. Is it plugged in? Oh, it is. Safety always first, guys. Genuinely. I'm not even saying it just because I don't want to get sued, because sue me. Good luck. Got a little hook there for it. There. That looks a lot more even. Now I just gotta make sure it's square now. What am I gonna use? What do I got? What do I got? What do I got? Oh, you know what? This is gonna seem weird. That's flat. I'll just use that. I'll just use that. I gotta be very careful because this whole section from probably about here up is fabricated. Where's my line? There we go. Tape out of here. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. Right there. Yeah, it's good enough for them to work, you know? Look at this. Oh, it's a perfect 2.5 inches, too. Just like me. Just ask your mom. All right. Wouldn't be a stream without a mom joke, right? Yeah, that worked out really well, actually. So what I am going to do, though, take a little spot glazing putty. Put that in there like that. A little bit of this crap. I got a little on my finger. Wait, there was a spot over here I knew I was going to need it. Right there. There's a couple of pinholes. That's technically what this stuff is for, you know. Pinholes. It'll dry in about 2 or 3 minutes. I'll sand it back. So let's see. Any new comments? There we go. Nope. No new comments. All right. What's everyone doing this coming weekend? I'm going up to, I believe I'm going to Bearskin Neck, Rockport. I don't know. My missus can probably tell me, a little bit more. Retro Game Boys made a Pac-Man themed arcade joystick. Get back here. I was thinking about that dude today. That's rad. He's a really good dude. He's a really good guy. Him and I used to chat before he got really popular and busy. He used to help out with the Alzheimer's Association too. He would donate one of his controllers every year to, you know, for the big prize at the end of the season, the campaign, or whatever you want to call it. And just kind of lost touch with the guy. Feel bad. I think we lost his grandmother the year that he was campaigning with me. He lost her to Alzheimer's. I think his father passed away too. I don't know what it was, but I remember he was pretty broken up about that. As one would be, you know what I mean? I don't know why I said it like that. But there were just some deals with the hospice stuff that he just wasn't familiar with, and he was just like, dude, is this normal? And just kind of lost touch with the guy. Probably my fault. Probably my fault, 100%. Oh. Good dude, though. He was a good dude. Alright. Streaming. All done. Dry. I'm going to let this one dry a little bit more, only because it was a thicker blob. Thicker blob of goop. But, what is it? This stuff right here. Great stuff. This stuff's amazing. It'll solve all the world's hunger problems and everything. Everyone needs to start using it. No, it's really good. If you got a 3D print and you're having trouble smoothing it out, give it a really good sand. And then what I like to do is I just layer this as thick as I can all the way around. I mean, not like thick, but you know what I mean. A layer, so you can't see the lines. Let it dry a day or two, and then just lightly smooth over it. And then hit it with this stuff right here, like a douche it. And then take a 220 and just lightly sand, like barely touching it. Bam, you're done. Done. Unless, of course, your print was garbage. But nope, still needs a minute. Where's that little joystick? Yeah, I was going through my paint and I found one of these, man. Hey, what's up, Bear? What's going on, buddy? They're gonna squish the fish. Squish the fish. Oh, wait, we were trying to squish the fish, and then we played you guys in the Super Bowl. And we were wearing the shirts that said, skin the bears. And did you guys have anything the equivalent? Man, those are good times, man. Good times. The Super Bowl Shuffle. That was a great game, too. We got our asses handed to us by the Bears, but just the whole lead up to it. What a fun time to live, right? What a fun time. But let's see. Yo, just working. Right on, man. Just I'm on the porch, just taking care of a few loose ends here and there with some of the projects I got going on. And just figured I'd take advantage of it and do a live stream about it. What's up, man? Howard, how are you, buddy? Thanks for coming in, dude. I almost feel like I should go in the house and grab something else because that's going to sit for a minute before I can sand any more on it. What should I grab? What should I grab? Not bad, I believe they said. Hold on. I'm on the phone, so not bad. Good, man. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. But I was saying earlier that my Etsy shop is going to be coming back. Somebody had requested one of the Necronomicon things I have, those little ones. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them. And somebody had seen, you know, a specific one was like, oh, I want that one set up like this. So I decided to do it. I decided to do it in hopes that they would buy it, but never heard back from them. But it got my juices flowing. I'm like, I have all this stuff. I have all this stuff. Why not make something of it? And then I'll try to get a table at a craft fair or something this fall. Maybe do there's an art show that comes around twice a year called Booze and Pancakes, or Pancake and Booze. And it's literally what it's like, an art gallery. You know, you can bring your shit, hang it up on the wall, and other artists show up and people come to look. And maybe you sell something, maybe you don't. But they have a couple of vendor booths too available, spaces wise. I'm thinking about actually doing that instead of the actual show. I usually bring 3 or 4 of my works and hang them. But today I have, you know, I've been doing a lot more physical stuff, so much painting. So I figured I'd bring those to do that and hopefully sell them all out because I'm broke as a joke. I need to get some scratch going here, especially with the holidays coming up. So, but we'll see. We'll see where all this takes us. And they could probably just sit here for another 5 years, do nothing. But and there's a crack in this motherfucker. Okay, so this was originally a Hasbro toy. Well, I mean, it was a helmet, but the visor was, I believe, open this much more. And I just used styrene and then blended it in and all kinds of stuff. And I'm actually making custom earpieces for it. I don't even know where they are. Holy shit. Who knows? Who knows? Well, here's one of them. I believe that one, I believe, goes on this side. Fucking hell. How is that supposed to go on? It was glued on, but I broke it off so I can clean up around the edges of it. But that's going to go there. And the other side has the tip of one of these, but reshaped to be a blaster. I'm not going to be happy until I can show it to you now, so. I got shit everywhere. Oh well, you'll eventually see it. You'll eventually see it. But I made this whole thing with the blaster on the side. God, where did it go, man? I don't know. Did I miss any chitter chats? A nice clone trooper helmet. Thank you, man. Yeah, building A mini Atari? I wish. I wish. Let's see. I scored a Sears Telly game. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's see. Whoa, do I see a number $30 there? With 5 controllers off eBay for $30 say. Untested though. That's fine. We shall see if it paid off. Is it a heavy or a regular 4-switch, 6-switch? Did you say? Did you say? Telly games, Sears Telly games. And are you talking about Atari or are we talking about in television? I just went straight to Atari. A flamethrower? No, I'm not making a flamethrower. In television, okay, that is one of my Grail consoles. I know they're not like super expensive, or I mean they're more expensive than I could pay for one, but I want one of those so bad. And I grew up with the Telegames Atari Heavy Sixer. That was my very first console. And I have a regular Atari Heavy Sixer here. I'd be willing to trade for one of those. You know, even swap console for console. But I'd love to have the two next to each other. Oh my God. The Sears ones are pricey. But I lowballed him since... Yeah. You're the one assuming all the risk. Every ounce of it. So nice score, man. Either you know what, even if the case is nice, you can always find one that's completely beat the fuck, and then, you know, swap out the cases. So I think you scored anyway, even with the controllers. $30. Yeah, you won whether it works or not. Chances are, well, it's in television, and I don't mean that negatively. I've had a lot less luck with television products than I have with, you know, 2600s and VCSs and stuff. So yeah. You guys want a tour? You guys want a tour of the porch? All right, here's Ozzy. I didn't name him that because of Mr. Osborne's passing. This is a scooter that I keep telling myself I'm going to restore. BMX scooter. That's something I'm leaving out here to get all stained up and gross. I'm going to turn it into a haunted house. That's my trash bin. This is where I hang my Dremel. And I put this cardboard down here because sometimes shit falls down onto my landlord's grill and stuff, so try to be courteous that way. And there's the droid and the pieces there for it. I got these all for fucking free. You can see I paint without any give a fuck, right? I don't care what's behind it, I'll paint. But I got all these free PVC or I don't know what they are, plastic fence postings to build the leg and the drive setup here. And I got more than enough. In fact, he kept asking me, do you want more? Do you want more? And I'm like, nope, I'm good. I just don't have a design idea. It's what's really happening. And I'm going to block that because my landlord's stuff is written on there. But this is my neighborhood. This is where there's a park right over there. Oh well, you guys probably saw it anyway. So that's the Creeper neighborhood. They're the people that I meet when I try to beat my meat. Alright, let's see. Sure, man. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What a great deal. What a great fucking deal. $30, huh? Well, I'm a big boy. I'm going to try to get one for $30. There's a guy locally that has a ColecoVision and a number of games, but it has one aftermarket controller, and he just dropped it to $50. And I'm looking all over my house going, what can I sell for $50? Actually, somebody was supposed to come by and pick up some Mego figures from me today. I should check in on that. Oh well, what are you going to do? Gotta go to work. Have a great evening, Creep. Yeah, you as well. I'm actually about to sign out myself. What a great chat, guys. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for putting up with the technical difficulties earlier. And I'm going to go grab something and some stain, and I'm going to stain it. And then I'm going to put some of these inside of it. And then I'm going to put a Necronomicon on it and everything. Bears fan, what'd you think of your thing, man? Have you glued it to your machine yet? I'm curious. Wait, yeah, you're the one who grabbed it, I think. But either way, guys, Wherever in the world you are, I hope you're doing well. And until next time, take care. Creep it real. Not yet. I need to. Okay, yeah, cool, man. Leave an honest review, even if you don't like the product. I like the honesty down there, so people can get a good sense of what they're into, though. I like the feel of them, though. Right on. I appreciate that. I didn't design it. I just literally made a copy of it. But there you go, guys. Hey, you guys all take care, man. The package were cool, though. Yeah, man. I'm glad. The packings. I'm glad you enjoyed them, man. I'm glad you enjoyed them. You be well, dude.